Hello subscribers, welcome to a live stream of Wizardry 8. We are playing the vanilla version. We're going to do a normal Iron Man run. And we're going to try something different. Each time I get killed, I'm learning more about what gets us in the solo Iron Man runs. So I keep trying to come up with a more perfect solution. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a Lord, and he's going to get alchemy levels at some point. That'll be off in the future. There'll be a dual dagger wielding Lord that gets dagger and dual weapons up really high. And then the alchemist will be able to dual wield those daggers very effectively and do lots of damage. I've noticed that evasion armor class does not work against most enemies. It's almost completely useless. What killed us last time was lack of hit points. So there's generally some things that are killing us. Paralyzation early on, lack of magic resistance fairly early on, and lack of hit points and just raw damage. So the Lord has a lot of hit points. We can get really strong anti-penetration armor class, which appears better to me than evasion. Backstab type attacks and any attack that does double damage seems to just bypass evasion armor class. So we're going to have high regeneration ability once the Lord gets high level. We'll have Guardian Angel to help protect us against paralyzation type things, but it's not going to be good enough. So we're going to get Body of Stone kind of mid-game with the Alchemist to further reduce damage. So we're going to do a Dwarf Lord. We're going to focus on Vitality, Speed, and probably Strength here. We'll need a little bit of Dexterity for the Alchemist. Let me see what they need. They need 60, okay. We're going to have to put some points into that to begin with then. So that's the plan. Hey, we got Jimmy, Zomble, Dark Savannah, and Ageless in the chat. Wow, it's busy this morning. How's everybody doing? Jimmy says this is the run, I can feel it. Zomble says, wow, we're back. Yeah, we're going to try something different. We're going to use the Lord's regen ability as an exploit. We're not going to get stealth. I'm not doing stealth. Yep, we're not giving up. Yeah, we're doing normal Iron Man, Dark Savant. Honestly, I haven't been able to see a huge difference between expert and normal with a solo character. It appears to be a big difference with a regular party, but on solo, it really hasn't made a huge difference. Yeah, we got a new character going. We got party wiped last night in a really lame way. So we're gonna, every time I die, I learn something new, what to try to avoid. So this is my current attempt, I'll say. We're going to be doing lots of dual weapon wielding with the Lord. We're going to focus on getting him a bunch of attacks. And then we'll switch to an alchemist at some point. Okay. We'll give her a name. All right. Now I'm trying to think if there's anything I want to do about starting with items. I don't think so. I'm not going to mess with that.
Grimpack the move.
So what happened yesterday? I thought the last character was a beast. It was a beast. What happened was we were in the swamp and we were fighting something called Oozites, which was the same level as us. And they're kind of like golems. So they were fairly far away from my character. So what I did was summoned an elemental, got that out there, cast Firestorm on them. They were able to run all the way up to me. I, in the same round, ran away. And in that same round, they were able to cover all the distance that I had covered and still get their attacks in. So basically, their movement rate was about twice what mine was. And then they still got their attack and did 70 damage per hit. 2 hits, 0 misses, 140 damage. Character's dead. That's how they died. The movement rate on that was unbelievable. So there was 0 I could have done to avoid that. Hey, Rook, welcome in. How are you doing? You excited to see this new character turns out? Yeah, this character we're going to be exploiting the Lord's regen a lot. This can be pretty strong. I made it to the end of the game with the Lord with stealth last time. This time I'm doing a Lord with alchemy, and I'm not doing stealth.
I think this is a good time for someone.
But we don't start with 2 daggers, so I'm going to have to use this sword until I get another dagger, which we should be able to get fairly early. We're still going to have to power train our attack until we can get that really high. And I'll probably stay a Lord for quite a while, actually. Later on, I'll figure out when to switch to Alchemist. You're doing well? Glad to hear that, Rook. Thank you. Yeah, there was nothing that could have been done at Ageless. That's how this game is sometimes. You have to figure out how to avoid things. The only way I mean, I didn't have to fight those. I could have avoided them. But I had 0 idea that they had that much movement rate.
What's that? Over there.
Had I known that, I never would have taken them on like that. That's why we play and learn. Every failure results in another tactic to avoid or use. Yeah, knowledge gain, that's right.
What's that? Over there. Sorry, I just remembered. I have to go.
Okay, so see how we took 4 damage there? I can still wait a minute. I don't have to run yet. Almost every round we're gonna get a hit point back. Okay, so now what I can do
I'm getting all beat up over here.
is I can come over here, get combat to end, and we'll get our hit points back, and that one won't. It'll still be injured. So this is extremely powerful. Hey, Sever, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? See, there we are, full health, and they're still injured. This is where the Lord in the beginning is probably the best class. Rook says that's honestly what I love about Wizardry 8. Makes it feel like a true adventure, real life,
They were no match
in that
for us.
random, somewhat unavoidable events that can wreck you. Yeah, when you think, wait, why did I only get... Oh, because I had killed one. Like, I should have had 987 experience. I killed one and got combat to him.
Everyone, look here.
So they do require more experience. Yeah, no matter how powerful you think you feel, and I mentioned that last stream, like you can just get scammed immediately.
do if I had all the best stuff.
Okay, so now that it did damage like that, I can just drop down here and get my regen in without resting. And then I can go chase him down again. Because when you rest, the monsters move around. And then they get farther and farther away. Cool, already got some training. Well, let's kill the roach first. Whoa,
Hey, I'm getting all beat up over here.
8 damage. So the deal with the dwarf is they get damage reduction. So we have 6% physical damage absorption. This applies to melee attacks and ranged attacks. As vitality goes up, this will go up. And then once we get vitality to 100, we'll unlock a skill called Iron Skin, which also gives damage absorption. So if we get that maxed and we have the dwarf maxed, I think we'll have about 30% damage absorption. Then with the Alchemist, if we can eventually get Body of Stone, we can get damage absorption up to like 80-90%. So, and then we'll have good anti-penetration armor class. So we'll be able to take a lot of punishment. And then, of course, we'll have Guardian Angel, which combined with Body of Stone makes you extremely damage resistant.
Time for me.
Okay, so we are going to take this first level up. So we're going to apply to Vitality and Speed. And then once we become an Alchemist, we'll put it into Dexterity. Speed works with daggers. You do better with daggers. Hey DC, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? New character day, nice. Didn't want to say that I was a super fan of the Roguey Bishop. Yeah. Me too, DC. So we're going to keep these in lockstep if possible. Close combat gets trained by senses and intelligence, which we don't have quite as much of. So by putting points in this, it should keep up more. Dagger is dexterity and speed. And then dual weapons is dexterity and senses.
What's that? Over there. I'm ready. Let's fight.
Do one more round. Missed.
Hey, I'm getting all beat up over here.
No worries, the Lord can handle this. As you level up, the Lord's regen rate goes up. Once you get a high level Lord, they can be regenerating like 8 hit points a round, which will have a lot of synergy with our damage absorption and everything. So then we have to worry about insta kills because Hit points are useless against that.
They were no match for us.
Alright, let's kill this. I won't apply the level up, but we can get the experience going. We're gonna stay at this level for a while.
Sorry, I just remembered.
Brooke says, I don't think it would be any use for solo character runs, but Bard is my favorite class in Wizardry. I thought the instrument usage was so cool. Yeah, they're great for a full party, for sure. Yeah, solo character, it wouldn't help you much. The whole problem is timing in this game with levels.
That's a relief.
Like, you have to get your levels timed right for the area. Because if you're over leveled, you're powerful. And if you're under leveled, based on level scaling, the monsters will destroy you. And then for the bard to get good with music, you would have to train that forever. And then the instruments you can use is tied to your bard level, so you don't want to get that too high, because then you're going to be behind on everything else. So it's really well designed, but it makes it brutal to try to class change. These misses are fine. We're still getting training.
Hey, I'm getting all beat up over here.
You don't get it nearly as fast, but you do still get it.
That's a relief.
Back to full health.
Everyone, look here.
See, and once we damage it like this, we can go away and regenerate. He won't heal.
Hey, I'm getting all beat up over here.
Oh, he fell unconscious. Perfect.
That's a relief.
That's the other thing that happens, is the enemies will fall out of stamina. They can come back and get them while they're low. How fast do you regen? At level 2, we're gonna regen about 1 hit point per round. And as we level up, it can get to over 8 hit points a
They were
round.
no match for us. Time for me to take a well-deserved bow.
Okay, I'm not gonna apply that level up, like I said. I train our weapons for quite a while. Our senses. 35, we're not gonna be able to see anything on the ground. Okay. Yeah, the Lord is one of the best classes to regen early on. Yeah, I can't see any of that.
Let's fight.
See, each time I'm getting hit this round, getting back pretty much a hit point. So if you can cause the enemy, you could even run for a few rounds if you have enough stamina and get some hit points back. But it's tied to the class, so when you switch from a lord, you lose that regen. Alright, we can start working on training that. I don't think I can use this until it's at... Oh, it is identified, but yeah. Lords won't get spells until level 5. It's quite a ways off. We're not going to be able to see the Ring of Protection in here. That's okay, because Evasion Armor class doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. From all the testing I've done. Stealth does, it makes the enemies not see you.
Locked up.
So they skip around. But the actual armor class doesn't make a huge difference. Whoa, 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 whoa. 9 damage. Okay, let's get some regen going.
Looks like everyone could use a break.
Get some stamina there. Okay, let's see if we can confuse it.
They were no match for us.
Alright, let's see.
What's that?
Oh, it's over on this side? That's weird. Come here so we can fight it one at a time.
Blocked. Blocked. no match for us.
Sword skill. Alchemist can't use swords, so that's why I want to do daggers. We can get some stilettos later on. If we get a bunch of attacks, we can be doing critical hits with those. That's the plan. And then once we switch to the Alchemist, we can use poison daggers or something.
Locked up. Everyone, look here.
Had a beat going there for a second. Yeah. The mini game. Mini game of tumblers.
What's that? Over there.
All right.
I wonder what this contraption is.
We should have enough hit points to deal with this crap. Which we're almost certainly going to set
Trap.
off.
What a nuisance.
Let's assume it's poison darts. A bullwhip. Can't dual wield those, I'm not going to use it. I mean, I guess I could put it in the offhand if we're out of close range. But I have darts I can throw for now. So that was pretty much useless garbage. Angel says called it and then still got shot in the face with darts. Yeah. We can rest through most poison by just doing a rest. The regen usually offsets it enough. Unless it's a strong poison.
What's that?
So now it's just fight time with dual weapons. I want to get a dagger though. I might go upstairs and get that now. I want to have 2 daggers. The dagger does a tiny bit. It does a half a less damage than the main ghost that we have equipped, but it weighs a lot less. And we won't be splitting our training with sword skill.
Was that you?
Even though the rapier is a great sword, it's not going to work well with what I'm trying to do. So we need a dagger. Here's one. So yeah, compare this. So the main ghost weighs 2. Plus 3 initiative. So this does 3 damage on average. This weighs half the amount and does a half a damage less on average. And the initiative is actually a little higher. So that's way better. Eventually we'll have good training with like mason foil and stuff too. But it's going to be one of those deals where we're a hybrid, switching back and forth between Alchemist and Lord for
See
a
you
while.
around.
Kind of like I was doing with the Rogue Bishop. So we just want to be well versed in all kinds of different things.
Got a trap.
Man, we're having really, really bad luck with treasure. It's garbage. It's not even worth any money. Okay.
Come back in.
Want to get another dagger. Get rid of the main gauche. It's too bad the main ghost doesn't give you an armor class boost like it does in Ultima 6. Due to like the parry ability with it. Hey Bowladder, welcome to the stream. How are you doing?
Got some new.
Dagger. Okay. Now we should have a lot of endurance.
Come back in.
See you around. Everyone, look here.
It's funny, lords can't use cleavers. Fighters can, Valkyries and Rangers, but not Lord. I guess it's too crude. Chopping someone with a cleaver. I don't know the difference between that and a sword though.
Thanks a lot. What's that? Over there.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Not to be allowed in the kitchen, my lord. I don't think they can use poison darts either, which that makes sense. Poison could be considered cruel, I guess, if it's a painful death. I don't know. It's kind of silly.
What's that?
So the dual weapons should train faster now. The dagger as well. Since we're not mixing it with sword.
Every
We get any bonus with our strength? No.
Everyone, look here.
So 2.5 damage on average is what we're gonna do per swing. So it's gonna be really low in the beginning. But once we start getting multiple swings, it'll be acceptable. And then the alchemist will carry that. They will also be able to do dual swings with daggers.
Everyone.
And so when we get, like, let's say poison daggers, which do 4 to 8 damage, I think. So 6 on average
Everyone.
per swing. Most likely we'll get to a point where we have at least 5 total attacks. So 30 damage from an alchemist per round.
Everyone.
If we have to engage in melee, that's pretty good. Plus the enemies will be getting poisoned.
What's that?
That we only have to worry about that while we remain the alchemist. Ultimately, we'll be back to a lord eventually.
What's that?
And we'll have all the money we need because of alchemy, potion mixing.
What's that? What's that? Oh,
Man, nothing's spawning.
what's that? What's that?
Just gonna keep saying what's that until we kill those fish. But we're not qualified yet. Okay, we got something. Roaches. Not ideal.
Sorry, I just remembered. I have to go.
Just by 1,000 cuts. That was a bad arrow.
I'm getting all beat up over here.
It just says that there are armor skills and things in this that level up when you get hit. Shield is the only skill if you have a shield equipped. The other one is the stealth skill, which we don't have. That's what we had done on the last run. Okay, we're running.
Hey, I'm getting all beat up over here.
Yeah, unfortunately there isn't any. We should have got some weapon training out of this. We'll see here in a second.
They were no match for us.
Yeah, dagger 17, dual weapons 11. We need dual weapons to be in the 50s. So we're not penalized for the dual wielding. You generally, once it gets up around there, you're in pretty good shape. It can actually, sometimes you don't need it to be that high, but that's kind of like almost a guarantee that it won't be a penalty. Ooh, we got 3 resurrection powders. That's sweet. I guess we can kill these.
I'm ready. Let's fight.
Hey, Igloo, welcome. How are you doing? Yeah, which stat gives reflection? Is that evasion, armor class? Dexterity gives reflection. And yes, reflection is evasion. Which, as I mentioned, is not that good. Hit points are way better than armor class. You know, Vitality gives Iron Skin, which is probably not evasion. No, Iron Skin reduces damage. It's by far better than armor class. Why we're working on it. It has synergy with the dwarfs damage reduction. Close combat 10, dual weapons 12. Nice. All your rogues were lizard men, so you just got vitality until you got iron skin. You could even get fighter levels since they start with high vitality. Yeah, absolutely. These crabs, there's no way we're fighting. Damage output is way too low. I'm gonna go kill this other noxious slime. Or not. Bunch of roaches again. Close this real quick.
Sorry, I just remembered. I have to go.
These things have such small collision size. That's why they're a pain. You really like playing with 4 characters, 3 melee, and a caster?
Hey! Hey, I'm getting all beat up over here.
Charges, retreats, charges, retreats. Don't see it.
Everyone, look here. I'm ready. Let's fight.
Mythology is not high enough. This is the one I injured, though. I can see the kind of bloody. Time to run.
Hey, I'm getting all beat up over here.
So if I apply one more level, we'll start getting Seekers and Noxious Slimes. But, well, actually we could still get Roaches. We get Swarming Roaches then. Which are even worse. I think I'm going to stay at level 2. Come on back. We will out-regen you. Three at a time, really? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing 3 at a time. They can do 9 damage each. They could actually kill us in one round.
They were no match for us.
She's bragging, and we ran away. Let's get a free throw in here. Seven damage, I'm running. Get him next time. Come on, monsters. You know we're here. We know you're cheating.
Everyone, Look
Do you
here.
see how many monsters are there? Look at the mini map. There's probably at least 12 monsters there. Which is great. We can't fight those there.
Sorry, I just remembered. I
9,
have to
10,
go.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Against one character. Just imagine walking around the corner there. What that roach was doing. He's like, hey, come to me. Come to me. Alright, got the... Oh, there's still another roach? Once I get the roaches out of the way, I'll feel a lot better. This thing's doing way too much damage. You turn the corner and everyone just stops and looks at each other. LOL. Yeah, exactly, Aegis. Like, really? That would be funny if one of the
Hey, I'm getting all beat up over here.
verbiages they did for the characters talking, they just go, really? That would be great. In Bard's Tale, they give you like a quote that the character says. It's not verbal, like it's not auditory, but it's text. When you start a fight, and I remember one of them was like, it says something like, the party bemoans, not again. Oh, okay.
What's that? Over there.
Bats. Lots of bats. I need to go buy some stamina potions. Still have a few potions. Hang around.
They were no match for us.
Okay, we're gonna pull
Everyone,
these now
look here.
to the door. Probably the biggest cheat that this game engine does is the monsters get to move and then they can move again and then still attack. You only get to move once, and if you go too much, you can't attack. It gives a huge advantage to monsters. So I don't feel bad exploiting and sneaking around.
All the best stuff.
Get behind this door so I can get my stamina back. Dagger skill 18.
I'm ready. Let's go. Damn.
Nice training there.
What's that? Too far. They were no match for us.
Alright, let's see if we can find those slimes. That's what I really want to be fighting.
What's that? Over there. Two. Damn.
Regen time. Oh yeah, mythology of 1. It's been 0. That's hilarious. Dual weapon 16. We're getting there. Slowly but surely.
I'm ready. Let's fight. They were no match for us.
No training.
Sorry, I just remembered.
That's not working at all. Nauseated on the first hit is bad.
That's a relief. Hey, I'm getting all beat up over here. That's a relief.
Ageless asks, how do you level mythology? You can either level it when you level up, you can apply points to it, or just seeing monsters. The more monsters you see, there's a chance for it to train. It uses senses and intelligence, so the higher your senses and intelligence, the quicker it will potentially go level up. So a really good place to train it is in an area called Impani Base Camp and Mount Gygus.
What's that?
There's a
Over
bunch
there.
of these rhino guys that walk around, and every time you see them, each one you get a chance for it to train. So that's a really good place to go.
That's a relief.
Like even if they're not hostile, it trains it. So you can just kind of walk around safely. Usually what happens is you'll have one character in your party that has a decent mythology based on the class you pick. And in that case, they're the one that's always identifying everything. If they fall unconscious, though, or get held or anything, then they don't use their mythology. Then it's the next character that has the highest that it tries to use theirs. To look at the stats of the monsters. When you only have one character, only you, and it only trains yours. The mechanic's a little broken though because
What's that? Over there.
it compares your level to the enemy's level. And because of level scaling, almost always the monsters are higher level than you. So you can hardly ever identify things. Any of the stats on the monsters. He just says if you're using a party, then would everyone be getting trained then when you see certain enemies? Yes, potentially. But it only uses the highest when you right click here and it tries to identify stuff like their resistances and everything. It uses whoever's is highest. But when you spot enemies, it does try to train everyone.
They were no match for us.
Nice. So how much experience do we have? 14,000. I gotta get rid of some weight here. So let me put this around the corner so I don't confuse myself saying, what's that white thing? Wow, we have got so much garbage this run. I haven't got a single useful item. It's in there. Slimes, okay. I do want to fight these. Just don't want to fight the king crab at the same time. That's really nice, yeah. Roaches, slimes, and king crab got pulled in. That's annoying. He won't chase us all the way over here, most likely. There he goes. Retreats. He's gonna be blocking the hallway, probably. Try to remember that.
What's
I'm gonna
that?
go get some
Over there.
potions while I'm thinking of it.
Got some new stuff in stock.
I've got some new junk to sell you that we keep finding. Nine. Need to get that to 12. Okay.
Come back and
See you around. What's that? Oh,
Need to somehow pull out King Crab.
what's that? Over there.
Let's go do the coffins, see if we find anything useful.
I think this is a good time for someone strong and brave to lead the group.
Oh, that's useful. Got male mittens. You don't get hit on the hands too often, but still useful. Leather hauberk, that's useful. And then the sword, depending on what it is, it could be useful. I'm not really wanting to work on sword, but if it's like a gleaming one or something, I might. We'll be able to tell by going to sell. If we go to sell it and it's worth a lot, then we know it's either an enchanted longsword or gleaming sword. It's all junk. Hey Tim, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Asia says, time for someone strong and brave to lead the group? Like a dwarven lord, maybe? Yeah. He's the only one. She's talking to herself. I guess you do have to kind of be insane to do something like this. So she's just literally insane. Alright, King Crab's down here somewhere. I assume he's blocking right here. This is what he usually does. Yeah, he's right there. I don't think I can squeeze past him. Try. Ooh, nice, we can.
Enough already. Won't Won't someone help me here?
There's a bunch of slimes waiting in the corner here. Yeah, we have a new character. Yep. It was a really lame party wipe. Quite lame. I gotta figure out where I want to
What's
fight
that?
these.
Over there.
Here. Now we'll see if the king crab cheats here. Yes, he can't reach us, I don't think. Let's see if I can pummel him from here. Now, if he moves it any further forward, then he's cheating. Because he should not be able to fit right here on this ledge. You can see him right there. And there's this narrow spot right here. Actually, I think he already cheated. Yeah, look at that. He's in the wall. What a cheat. I knew he would cheat. It's a cheaty scam, Tim says. It is. Game's just openly cheating, Aegis says. True. It cheats so much. Okay, now that it's been an extra turn. Oh, he's over here now? Where's he running to? Yeah, he's still over here. Here.
What's that? Over there.
Do not want to fight crabs. Get out of here. Can they not enter the water, or can they not jump off that ledge to get to it? They can go in the water. I've seen them cheat, but they can't jump off the ledge. So like if you have enemies up there and you go into the water and then you do a rest, they will appear in the water and you get scammed. And if you don't rest, then they have no way of jumping down there. Just one more way the game cheats. It'll put enemies in places where they can't normally go when you rest. Of course they would, exactly. Alright. So our safe spot to grind here is kind of infiltrated because of this dumb king crab. Let me see if I can pull these. Yeah, they're coming. I can hear them. Ah, Tim's on a 5-stream watch streak. Nice. how that thing fit there. Tim says, got to see a glimpse of your new remaster last night. Yeah, Secret Silver Blades. Yeah, I got a lot of the items fixed already. It was kind of funny, the item names were so messed up. You can buy stupidity. Yes, please give me one stupidity for 20 gold. Looking good, thanks. What that was supposed to be a cute yellow canary. That's what that item was supposed to be. You take it down in the mines, and if it dies, you know there was poison in the air. That was good training. Dagger, close combat, dual weapons. Okay, now we gotta get past this king crab. Get him to retreat or something. Is he? Where the heck is he? Oh, he's right here. Okay. I want to watch him cheat over here. Yeah, look at that cheater. Yeah, Spill, come here.
Too far.
Let's see, where can I go to get him to run farthest away? These fish are cheating too. They didn't know we were here. They were over here. Now they're retreating toward us. I gotta wait for him. Hey, Absurdity, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? You have plenty of that already? Plenty of what? Oh, plenty of stupid. Can I sell some? Soft shell crabs. Get mythology training. Not fighting those. This king crab's really wasting a lot of my time here. Now he's right there. Doggone it. If I can make him run out of stamina. Can't block him away.
Hey, I'm getting all beat up over here.
How come you not hit him? Locked, really?
What's that? Over there.
Okay, hopefully that got him to run far enough away.
Everyone, look here.
It's cramping my style. Okay, he's here. I think I can get around him without aggroing him this time. Alright, finally.
Everyone, look here.
20 minutes later.
What's that? Every Everyone. What's that? What's that?
Overloaded. I think I'm gonna leave the stones for now. Split them. Some right here.
Everyone, look.
I think that crab is blocking the path. I think monsters can slip right by. Yeah. You guys, roaches. Yeah. Imagine that.
What's that? Over there. Sorry, I just remembered. I have to go. They were no match for us.
Dagger 23, throwing 9, dual weapons 20. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Start hitting more. And we'll start getting more attacks.
What's...
Lords get a 25% boost to dual weapons, which will be lost when we switch to an alchemist. So we'll want to make sure it's higher than what it really needs to be, because that bonus is temporary while you're in that class.
What's that? What's that? Every... Every...
Tempted to get one more level. To apply one more level, I should say.
Everyone, look here.
Yeah, those are upstairs. They'll give us more hit points and more regen ability. Do it. Alright, so... we're gonna wait on dexterity. Getting that 60 might be useful, actually. Let's get that to 60 and vitality is 75. Okay. Let's get this going. Throwing. Close combat. Not gonna apply this level. Now we should be able to identify some stuff here. Still can't ID that.
Thanks a lot. Wow, this is nothing that important. I'll keep it.
I think I'm gonna go sell some of this stuff. Fight whatever's up there.
I'm ready. Let's fight. They were no match for us.
Got some news.
Alright, a lot to get rid of here. Okay, so this longsword is either an enchanted longsword or a gleaming sword. I'm gonna go ahead and equip it. It'll slow down our dagger training, but we'll still get equal speed on close combat and dual weapons. That's gonna be a good sword, whatever it is. Okay, we'll hang on to the dagger. Stink bombs. Gonna get those now. Do some moderate heals.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Come back and
See you around.
I want to get a few more stamina potions. Because we'll be fighting things that have more hit points now. Stamina will get depleted. That sword's a lot heavier too.
got some news.
Only one, really? I could get a shield if I want to train shield. Didn't hurt.
Come back and
Gives us an option.
See you around.
Okay.
Everyone, look here.
king crab's still gonna be down there.
Everyone, look here.
Oh, he's blocked the way completely now. Look at this guy. Try something here. This fails, it's no big deal.
Sorry, I just remembered. I have to go.
Okay, he's nauseated. Hang on a second, guys. I'm gonna let my dog out real quick. Yep. One back. Let's see here. He's already not nauseated, and we got bats coming from behind, getting cheated. Here. We can get him to run this direction. We can then get him out of the area finally. Computer getting more movement than it should have, as usual. At least we got him out of the way. Alright, we finally got that SOB out of the way. Now we can come back around and get back to grinding. Nice.
I'm ready. Let's fight.
One stink bomb took out a bunch of those.
They were no match for us. Thanks a lot.
Let's get some training on this.
Thanks a lot.
Artifact training. $16. Need to get it to 18. another one here somewhere. There it is.
Thanks a lot.
Bullet stones.
Thanks a lot.
All right, what are we at now? 17. Still shy.
Sorry, I just remembered. I have to go.
Oh, that's a cheat.
They were no match for us. I'm ready. Let's fight. They were no match for us.
Okay.
What's that? Over there.
Fighting real monsters without worry of the king crab. Should start generating some harder monsters too. Seekers. Noxious slimes. Swarming roaches.
What's that? What's that?
36 hit points is a decent buffer. Except for if we're fighting crabs or get surrounded by
What's that?
swarming roaches, they could kill you for real.
Every
Hey there, Live on X. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Have you tried the Fairy Ninja setup? Not as a solo run, no. Solo Iron Man runs are super difficult.
What's that? Over there.
I have not tried a ferry. The problem with solo characters is your carrying capacity is severely limited. And having one, and the ferry already has a penalty to carrying capacity, so like you would not be able to carry anything. It would be, I think, a disaster.
What's that?
There's not even a guarantee that you get the Cane of Corpus when you kill Don Barlone. You could go all the way through there and then not get it. Assuming you could survive that long. It's a kind of a...
What's that?
It's a great item, but it's very overrated. Especially when you lose the ninja's auto-penetrate throwing. Critical throwing. Because the Cane of Corpus is cursed. It works fine in a full party, but a single party... don't think that could work. Single character party.
What's that? Over there.
Finally, we got something. What is it? Roaches?
Sorry, I just remembered. I have to go.
Ugh. These are spiders. I didn't think they spawned. I mean, we can kill these. We can out-regen these. So I'm not too worried about this. I think I'm going to try to do an equip here. If I can get it in time. And put a shield on. Let's do this. And we'll defend. We can do some shield training here until they run out of stamina. Igloo says, yeah, I was about to say Cane of Corpus isn't that good. Just wearing plate mail is probably way more useful. Or even chain mail. Yeah. It's super strong, the item. You can kill a lot with it, but you pay a big penalty for that. And your whole run is reliant on Don Barlone dropping that, assuming you can even make it that far. And then your carrying capacity with Fairy is ridiculously low. Yeah, we can out stamina these. Get a little shield training here. Regen will heal us here. They'll run out of stamina soon.
That's a relief.
Yeah, there's that one just ran out. Just probably not good enough. So now, do we try to attack? I think what I'm going to do is move. If he doesn't paralyze. Okay. kill this one while he's asleep.
They were no match
See how much
for us.
shield training we get. 4. Went from 0 to 4. Nice. Don't plan on using a shield, but you never know. It's good to have the flexibility. It's- The plan on this character is get our dual weapons up really high. I wanted to do daggers, but I found a pretty good sword, so I'm using that right now with a dagger. But with dagger being high and dual weapons, we can have an alchemist get multiple attacks with daggers, like poison daggers. Once we get to that point in the game where we're gonna stay an alchemist for quite a while. That'll be later on, much later on, once we have a lot of hit points and we've exceeded level of the area, so probably level 16-ish or so. We'll have a decent number of Lord spells for protection, and then we'll stay an alchemist for quite a while. Probably on Arnica Road, get to level 25, have Body of Stone, then switch back to a Lord.
What's that? Over there.
So it's going to be a long time before we actually start playing the real game and journey around, because we just keep getting burned with stupid kills. We have to be really high level. And then we'll have Body of Stone to really reduce damage. We'll be able to output a lot of damage.
Everyone, look here.
And then once we switch back to Lord, we'll have good regeneration ability, heavy armor, great guardian angel, great Body of Stone.
Everyone.
Should be pretty darn protected at that point.
Everyone. Everyone.
So we have right now 27,000. It's not bad. And while we're the Lord, we probably will at some point train Mason Flail, so we can have some good utility with that.
What's that?
Swords, there's some great swords. Axe is really the only one that's not that great, unless you happen to get really lucky. There's one or two really good random drop axes, but they're pretty rare. We could do dual wield with a
Everyone.
offhand axe, the bearded war axe. We can use a hand axe in the primary, but we can't use
What's that?
cleaver. There is a custom made axe that's one-handed. The Beast Slayer.
What's that?
We could potentially go for that. That could be interesting. If you had the Beast Slayer in the primary, and then eventually you could even have like diamond eyes or something in the
What's
offhand.
that?
But we just want the character to be flexible, because we don't know what we're gonna find. In solo run, I feel like you have to make the character flexible.
What's that?
I mean, we could even do Bloodlust in the primary hand and
Everyone.
like a Stiletto in the offhand or something. Got lots of options.
What's that? Everyone.
Yeah, it's being stubborn. No, I'm not leveling up. If you level up, you will die because the level scaling will kill you. The problem with the solo runs is you get so much experience so quickly because the experience doesn't get split, that your skills are so low level, your combat skills, and you're fighting monsters that are super strong because of level scaling. And you will be decimated like instantly. So you have to
Everyone.
delay
What's that? Over there.
and work on all your combat skills or spells or whatever. Then apply the level up. It's mandatory. I don't usually do that in a full party, but
What?
you just level up way too fast with a single character. Then we'll be you would be facing emerald slimes here like super quick, which can paralyze you and do like 100 damage in one round, and you won't even be able to hit them. It's a disaster.
What's that?
So we'll get our weapon skills up really high. We will stay low level. We're going to kill the spiders with stink bombs. We're going to go to the upper monastery at level 3. Try to clear it if we can. I think we can. Go to Arnica Road at level 3. And then try to get to Arnica at level 3. The other option is we could go the Impani base camp way. Get the flag.
Everyone.
I don't think that buys us much though. With solo character, you get so much more experience from combat that it makes the missions almost useless. Because you don't get any more experience for completing a mission with one character that you do with the whole party. Not even that concerned about doing those. I mean, we will eventually, but we could wait till really high level before we did those Trang and Upani missions. Man, it is being stubborn. It's not generating anything. We have to be really careful now because we can do spiders where we go around a corner and get paralyzed. Nothing. King crabs over here. There's a slime right here. Let's see if I can pull it. Come on, you see me here. Alright, can do that.
They were no match for us.
There you go, she's junk. Nothing wants to generate. These fish.
Everyone, look here. Everyone, look here. Let's fight. They were no match for us.
It's combat 19. Hey, Crack Rock, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? RNG is a cruel mistress, he says. Indeed. Now we don't have to worry about the dumb fish being a distraction every time. Amount of times your spells backfired and fizzled. Yeah. Yeah, it's rough. It's really rough. I've seen it backfire when the color shows light green. It can actually backfire. Which to me is a scam. Should not show light green for a chance to backfire. Fizzle, I could see maybe. Backfire, no. The bombs, the throwing items like bombs and powder are really dangerous because they can't fizzle. So they either backfire or succeed. Where sticks and artifacts, they can fizzle, backfire, or succeed. So you got a little bit better buffer with those. The bishop paralyzed herself and the alchemist gave the team itching skin. Yeah. Yeah, it's rough. The rogue's laughing at him. Yeah. The pain of Wizardry 8. Lots of pain. Probably the biggest scam I've had recently was I was using, I think, like an ice stick or something, icicle stick, on an enemy. It was in the Umpani base camp area where the Rhino Umpani guys are. I got blinded in the middle of the round. I got blinded before I used my icicle stick. So the character picked a random target, picked one of the Umpani, and aggroed the Umpani, and there was like 20 Umpani that ganged up on me and killed me. Because while we were blinded, we accidentally targeted them. That was a big scam. So any enemy that can blind is extremely dangerous to try to use or cast a spell on. With NPCs being around, I mean. Scammery 8 instead of Wizardry 8. Or Scammerdry. Yeah, that was a huge scam too. There's so many. Oh gosh, I was scammed once where on a treasure chest it triggered a guardian to appear, which is an elemental.
Everyone, look here.
And it spawned inside the wall. So I couldn't even hit it, but it could hit me. So it was stuck in the wall and it was saying blocked. And it was pummeling me and I couldn't get away from it. And I was blocked by where it formed. It happened in the Rapix Castle. Luckily I had
I just remembered. I have to go.
I had Sonic Blast, which is a group-based spell, so I was able to target it through the wall and hit it with Sonic Blast. But that was the only way you could hit it. Just all kinds of scams like that. The King Crab going over here where he shouldn't be able to. Can't fit through the wall and he just cuts right into it. Getting surprised by spellcasters that have Crush, where you don't even get a chance to do anything the first round. You just walk into them and they cast Crush on you twice and you're dead. That happened. And I wasn't searching. They just surprised me somehow. Two dual weapons. We finally got an increase. It's been a while. Slow going. It's just not spawning fast enough. Wish we could spin in circles like you can do in Wizardry 7 to spawn enemies. $33,000 experience. I think we have at least 2 more level ups as a lord. Really, game? Wow.
Everyone, look here.
It was upstairs, I think. See if I can tell what they are. I don't want to go up there unless I know I can kill them. Camouflage creature. It's probably seekers. Yep, okay, seekers. I'd like to fight that. Get into a position here. Okay, so it's confirmed we have a gleaming sword. Plus the blindness here. There's either a enchanted longsword or gleaming. Fall in the recon drone, guy says. Yeah. Send it up in the air, see what's up there. Those give good
They
training.
were no match for us.
Sword 13, dagger 26, dual weapons 23. Nice. Okay, let's see if he has some more potions.
Got some new stuff in stock.
No, not pickpocket. Well, Lord can't use even the hatchet. It's lame.
Come back and
They can use a
See you
battle
around.
axe, but they can't use a hatchet. Makes no sense. Guess it's the same concept as the paladin in D&D, where they won't use like cheap polearms and stuff. You have to use honorable weapons. Okay. We're gonna get some soon. We'll go outside and kill the soft shell crabs that are the set encounter. Take a little bit of time to get through them. Alright, nothing's spawning. Let's do it.
I think this is a good time for someone. I'm ready. Let's fight. Imagine how well I'd do if I had all the best. Hey,
Wow.
I'm getting all beat up over here.
Way too much damage. We cannot regen them. Shouldn't have to use any potions here.
They were no match for us.
Get low on stamina soon too. Could start falling unconscious any second now. I don't have enough mythology to see. This one's on its own, chasing him down. That one fell unconscious.
They were no match for us.
Zero training out of that. Yeah, it's funny, a lord can use a battle axe, but not a hatchet. Bolt those doors open. I think more enemies will be spawning. Guess I could kill King Crab by out regenerating. Problem with him is his movement's so high. If you need to run, he can still chase you down, so I don't really want to risk that. I wish there was a way you could increase your movement. I think I'm just gonna go to the upper monastery. How many stink bombs? I have 4. Let's pick up a few more.
Got some new stuff. Not quite. Come back.
See you around.
We gotta pull Gregor out.
Sorry, I just remembered. I have to go.
He retreated 3 times, which is more than what he usually does. Hey Jeff, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? B40 and the Wizzy 8s. See him. Kill the spiders. Chilling. Glad to hear it. Try the cherry bomb. Success.
I'm ready. Let's fight. They were no match for us. Huh. I wonder what this contract.
Stink bomb. LOL. They've got everything in Wizardry 8. Jeff says. It's actually called Wizzy Infinite because of the infinite gameplay choices. Yeah, exactly. Or you could have it be really dumb, like Microsoft's dumb idea when they said, Windows 10. It's just going to be Windows 10 from now on. Oh, we changed our mind. There's Windows 11. I thought that was the dumbest move marketing-wise. We're just gonna say Wizardry or Windows 10 for everything. It's like, yeah, because then people won't know what version they're on. That's a great idea. Tim says, haha, Windows bad idea scam. Yeah. Such a terrible idea. I wonder who came up with that. Alright, let's go get the resurrection powder. You needed a guided prayer jam to cure your bad RNG. Your casters keep flubbing spells. Ah, yes, the Wizardry 8 spell flubbing. Yesterday, your casters were godlike. Yeah, that's Wizardry 8. It'll make you feel like a god, and then the very next minute it'll destroy you. It likes to do that. It likes to give you a false sense of confidence, and then make you eat humble pie later on. Even if it scams you. Like, not because you make a bad choice, but because the game just completely scams you. It likes to do that. You can make perfect choices and still get scammed. Okay, let's see here. More stink bombs. More moderate heals. Jeff says Deporte single-handedly keeps this game alive. I says, think there will ever be more Wizardry games, or do you think it's a dead series? Yeah, there are eyes, but the property rights are owned by a Japanese company called Dracom. So they've been making new Wizardries, but they're the older school Wizardries. Everything they've made is like the Wizardry 1 type. So they prefer the older Wizardries. So those are coming out, of course, but nothing like Wizardry 8. I don't predict them doing anything like this. It would take an American company probably to buy back the intellectual property rights. Make it happen. I don't see that happening. There's probably just not enough money in it. For monster. Before I forget. Jeff says we need a Murphy's Ghost spin-off series. Okay. Try a sting bomb here. Sure it'll hit him or not.
Sorry, you got in my way. Ah, that's a relief. Sorry, I just remembered. I have to go.
Okay, this is going to be dangerous. We're going to do is run down here. See where they went.
What's that? Over
Where the
there.
heck did that go? They went up there. Scam. Gags. Helplessly. Get it? Here we go. Scam the rats. Be done after this fight. Finish the upper monastery next time. Come on, quit gagging helplessly. For being a noob. Noob alert.
That's a relief.
Why are you stuck on the stairs? Adventure. Getting stuck on the stairs. Defeated by stairs. Casualty forte toxicity, that's right. I like to rename characters like Failure and Noob and Scrub-a-dub when they do a terrible job.
You wouldn't let me die, would you?
No, Scrub-a-dub. You're not gonna die. Did you get the idea from Moody? No, Moody got it from me. Moody watched my streams all the time,
That's a
and
relief.
he always enjoyed that.
Everyone, look here.
Yeah, Moody passed away, Jeff. I know some people haven't heard the news. Yeah. It's probably been about 3 months now. I don't remember the exact timing. feel like it's been about 3 minutes. Yeah, I was worried about him, so my wife has a Facebook account. I don't have Facebook, so we reached out to his sister, and it took her about a week to get back to us. We asked her if she's heard from John. John's his name. And if not, can she do a wellness check on him? And she said no, she hadn't heard from him either. So she did a wellness check with the police, and they found him deceased in his home. So that was very sad. Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah, I think everybody loved Moody. You're gonna make more puns in his honor? That's perfect, Crack Rock. There's a Mr. Spock was doing that too. He would appreciate that. Yep, he will be missed for sure. Alright guys, well, we're making good progress with this character, so we'll keep it going. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.